Walking after 60 won't save your legs. I know that sounds backward. Doctors recommend it. Everyone's doing it. But here's what they're not telling you. Walking alone lets critical muscles shut down while you think you're staying active. These are the three movements that target what walking completely misses. In 4 minutes daily, they reactivate the exact muscle fibers that determine whether you stay independent or start needing help with basic tasks. These are the muscles that decide if you catch yourself when you stumble or if you hit the ground hard. Before continuing, please tell me where you're watching this video from. I'm curious to know how far this message will go. Move 1. The chair hover. The first movement exposes a weakness most people don't realize they have until it's too late. Grab a sturdy chair and stand in front of it. Lower yourself like you're about to sit, but stop 2 inches above the seat. Hold that position. Just hover there. Sounds simple? Try it for 15 seconds and you'll feel muscles screaming that have been silent for years. This hover position forces your quads and glutes to support your entire body weight at the exact angle where most people fail. It's called the sticking point. That moment when getting up from a low chair requires you to rock forward and use your arms. When sitting down becomes a controlled fall instead of a smooth descent. Walking never challenges this angle. When you walk forward, your legs stay relatively extended. They push off the ground, propel you forward, but never have to hold your weight in that difficult bent position. It's like training for a marathon by only jogging downhill. The specific strength you need most never gets developed. Here's what happens in real life when this strength disappears. You start avoiding low furniture. You choose restaurants based on chair height. You feel a moment of panic before sitting in someone else's home because you're not sure you can get back up without help. These aren't signs of aging. They're signs of specific muscle weakness that walking does nothing to prevent. A 65-year-old follower practiced the chair hover for 2 weeks. 15 seconds, 3 times per day. That's it. She'd been secretly terrified of her grandchildren's low couch. Every visit meant carefully planning how to sit and mentally rehearsing how she'd stand up without looking helpless. After 2 weeks, she sat down on that couch without thinking, got up without hesitation. The fear had simply evaporated because the strength had returned. Start with 10-second holds. If you can't hold it at all, lower yourself slowly and focus on pausing for just 1 second before sitting. Build up gradually. 3 sets of 15 seconds is your target. Your legs will shake violently at first. Perfect. That trembling means dormant fibers are waking up. But there's a type of strength even more critical than this, and it's the difference between walking confidently on any surface or shuffling carefully wherever you go. If this information is helpful, leave a like and subscribe so we can reach more people who need this. Move 2. The backward step. The second movement trains something walking completely ignores. Stand near a wall for psychological security if needed. Step backward with your right foot, placing it about 12 inches behind you. But here's the key detail. Keep your weight on your front leg. That back foot is barely touching the ground. Hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. This backward loading pattern activates stabilizer muscles that forward walking never reaches. When you walk forward, your body uses the same muscle recruitment pattern over and over. Push off, swing through, land. Push off, swing through, land. It's automatic. Your brain doesn't have to think. Your muscles don't have to adapt. But life isn't a forward treadmill. You step backward to avoid obstacles. You pivot unexpectedly. You move in directions your body hasn't practiced in years. That's when falls happen. Not during controlled forward walking, during the unpredictable movements that force your body to adapt in milliseconds. The backward step rebuilds that adaptability. Your ankle stabilizers have to work overtime to keep you balanced. Your hip muscles engage differently. Your brain has to actively coordinate the movement instead of running on autopilot. It's like switching from cruise control to manual transmission. Suddenly, everything requires conscious attention again. Why does this matter so much? Because 83% of serious falls involve backward or sideways motion, tripping over something and stepping backward to catch yourself, turning to grab an item and losing balance, walking on uneven ground that forces your foot to land at an unexpected angle. These situations demand muscles that forward walking never trains. Practice this daily. 10 seconds on each leg.
3 repetitions per side. You'll feel muscles firing in your hips and ankles that haven't worked in years. That burning sensation isn't damage, it's awakening. Within 3 weeks, you'll notice a quiet confidence returning when you move through crowded spaces or navigate uneven sidewalks. Your body remembers how to handle the unexpected. But the next movement might be the most important of all, because it prevents the exact scenario that puts most people in the hospital. Move 3, the controlled descent. The third movement is brutally simple but devastatingly effective. Stand with feet hip-width apart, bend your knees slightly, and lower yourself about 6 inches, like you're starting a small squat. But here's what makes it work. Take 4 full seconds to descend those 6 inches, then rise back up in 2 seconds. This extreme slowness isn't perfectionist obsession, it's strategic necessity. When you lower yourself in slow motion, you're building eccentric strength. That's the scientific term for muscle lengthening under tension. It's the exact strength pattern your body uses when walking downstairs, sitting in chairs, bending to pick things up, or catching yourself mid-fall. And it's the first strength to disappear after 60. Walking does practically nothing for eccentric strength. When you walk, your muscles primarily shorten and contract. They push you forward. The lowering component is minimal. You're not challenging the exact pattern that prevents falls and maintains independence. Think about the daily movements that become difficult. Getting out of a car requires controlling your body as you lower yourself into the seat. Going downstairs demands you slowly lower your weight from step to step. Even putting on shoes requires a controlled descent to reach your feet. These are all eccentric movements, and if you're only walking, you're not training them. Here's a real transformation. A 70-year-old follower had started grabbing railings on both sides of staircases. Not because going up was hard. Going down terrified him. Each step downward felt unstable, like his legs might give out. He'd planted his feet sideways, descended 1 step at a time, and still felt like he was risking his life. He practiced the controlled descent every morning for 4 weeks, just 3 sets of 5 repetitions. That's 60 seconds of actual work. Within 2 weeks, he noticed stairs feeling less threatening. By week 4, he walked down a full flight of stairs without touching the railing. Not because someone cheered him on, because his body had rebuilt the exact strength pattern it needed. Do 3 sets of 6 repetitions. 4 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Your thighs will burn intensely. That burn is the signal that actual change is happening. Most people quit right when it starts working because discomfort feels like failure. It's not. It's progress forcing its way through years of dormancy. The pattern that makes it stick. These 3 movements take 4 minutes total. 4 minutes that rebuild functional strength walking can't touch. But here's the trap that catches 90% of people who try this. They do it once, feel results starting, then stop. The body regresses within 2 weeks. All progress erased. The secret isn't doing it perfectly. The secret is doing it consistently. Even poorly executed repetitions done every single day destroy perfectly executed sets done sporadically. Your body doesn't reward perfection. It rewards constant stimulus. You can do all 3 movements while coffee brews, or during commercial breaks, or right after waking up. The timing doesn't matter. The consistency does. Missing 1 day won't ruin you, but letting 3 days turn into a week, then a month, will send you right back to where you started. Within 4 weeks of daily practice, movements that required mental preparation become automatic. You sit in chairs without calculating the approach. You navigate stairs without fear. You move through your environment with the confidence you had 10 years ago. Not because you gained gym muscles, because you rebuilt the specific strength patterns that real life demands. Walking has its place, but it's not enough. Not after 60. Not when critical muscles are shutting down while you rack up steps on a fitness tracker. These 3 movements take 4 minutes. That's the difference between maintaining independence and slowly surrendering it without realizing what's happening. There's one more element that determines whether these movements rebuild your body or whether nothing changes. And it's something hiding in your daily routine that's sabotaging your progress without you knowing it. Click here and I'll show you exactly what that is.